Okay, hello everyone. Thank you so much for joining us tonight for our Real Estate Insider webinar for first homes, refinancing, and all about the global investments and rates. And we've got an exciting session planned for you, and I promise it will be worth your time. And before we jump in, let me introduce our two incredible guests. First, we have Mr. Hussain Panchwani with us, the CEO of Dream Home Mortgage and an expert mortgage lender. And with over 27 years of experience in the mortgage industry, Hussain has helped countless people get their dream home and fulfill all their dreams about home ownership and refinancing, help them save thousands of dollars in that too. And tonight he's here with us to share his expert insights and answer all your questions. And joining him, we have Sharmeen Velji, who is a top-notch realtor and industry expert. And Sharmeen brings the wealth of knowledge about real estate and market, and she'll be walking us through some of the exciting investment opportunities about both the local opportunities and the international opportunities. So thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you. Thank you for the great introduction. I appreciate that. And once again, I sincerely appreciate all the listeners who have joined in, taking time out after their lunch, dinner time, 7:30. So I really appreciate that. It's usually time with their family. So we sincerely appreciate you guys taking out time for this webinar.
Yes, for sure. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us. And now just a quick heads up that you please feel free to drop your questions in the chat at any time. And we'll try to answer some of the questions throughout the session. And of course, we'll have a live Q&A session at the end as well. But don't be shy, drop your questions in the chat box, and we'll come back to all your questions. Now, coming to Dream Home Mortgage, who we are, where we are today, why we are here, because Dream Home Mortgage is licensed in all the 50 states, and Dream Home Mortgage has been here since 1998 with more like about 27 years of expertise. And here we have Hussain Panchwani and Sharmeen with us. That is a combined experience of about 50 years. So I think we have got you covered with all your needs. So if there is anything you need to ask, this is the right time and this is the right platform for you. So Dream Home Mortgage is here for all your mortgage needs, for your refinancing needs, for investment opportunities, and it's a division of Brussels National Bank. So we have been in the business for quite some time. And as always says in our previous webinars, that there have been generations who have worked with Dream Home Mortgage, who have had the chance to work with them, and their word and the trust in Dream Home Mortgage says it all, that they keep coming back to us for some reason. So in this webinar, we'll be covering the key topics about first-time homebuyers, about refinancing, about the current mortgage trends, and about the investment opportunities for the local investors as well as the foreign investors. So I'll be starting with, let's say, ladies first. So ma'am, I'll be starting with you. So okay. What is the market overview right now? What do you think? How is USA doing with the mortgage rates, and what do you have to say about the current real estate market?
Well, the market has been, at least I can tell you from a real estate perspective, in Dallas Metroplex, as per the MLS listings, the market has been very loud and clear that the rates, due to the rates going up, the market has come down a little bit. There are not many buyers who are interested because of the affordability. So what's happening is we have more homes in the inventories is longer. The days in the market where the homes are listed is for a longer period of time. So I would still say that it is a time for the buyers to now jump in. I have been able to get some great deals. My team has been able to get some great deals where we have been able to bring down the prices from anywhere from $30,000 to $50,000 or $60,000. And this is something where it's a pre-owned home, and the sellers are a little antsy because they have been letting their home sit in the market for a long time. So they're getting antsy and they want to get rid of it. And now end of the year is approaching, so that's even better. And as far as the builders are concerned, they want their inventories to get moving because it's end of the year. So this is an excellent time for them to actually get into the market and get some great deals out there. That's what I would tell. Yeah.
All right, thank you. So what would you like to say? What are your
Well,
current feelings about the market right now?
so when Sharmeen said that the market has slowed down, uh, so it gives an opportunity for the buyers who are on the sideline. And the reason I say that means it might sound contradicting, but when and we are talking about Dallas, I'm just talking mostly Texas area. When the rates go up, the the housing market slows down, and that's the right time to buy a house, because remember, you can lock in the price of the house and then refinance later at a lower rate. But once you wait for the rates to drop and try to time the market, and I'm going strictly by the history for last 27, 28 years, is when the interest rate starts dropping, the housing market just goes crazy and house prices start appreciating 5, 10% in double digits sometimes. So if you are an investor, if you are a first-time home buyer, I sincerely believe this is the right time. Like Ms. Sharmeen said, the sellers are more aggressive. They want to get rid of their house. They've already purchased their house. They want to close on the house. End of the year is approaching. So builders are getting aggressive, especially on the inventory home. You'll be surprised. Builders will knock off $30,000, $40,000 on inventory home, but not the homes that they're going to build next year. It's just because they want to get rid of these homes and they want to get rid of it before the end of the year. So I believe that this is the right time, and this is definitely a buyer's market right now.
All right, so there is one thing that we always discuss, but it has been there for quite some time, and with the inflation and everything, we often receive questions about home buying versus renting. So, sir, I would like to ask you for your take on this, that right now, seeing the market trends, is this the right time for home ownership or renting? And under what circumstances would you prefer renting? I know you're not big on renting, but what would you like to suggest? Because we are here to help people out. So if there is anything, any condition under which you think that renting is fine, but other than that, I would like you to give a comparison of the current market and home ownership versus renting.
The only reason I would encourage people to rent if they're concerned about their job security. That is the only reason I will tell anybody, yes, continue renting. And trying to be as unbiased as possible, because of course I've been in this industry, so it will sound biased. But the facts are, when you are a homeowner, let's compare forget last 5 years, because COVID was a very unpredictable, unbelievable year for homeowners. But if you look at the last 20 years history, or last even 10 years, if you are renting, what have you gained in last 10 years? Zero appreciation. You have made someone else rich. Here you can buy a house with 3%, 5% down, as long as you are comfortable with the payments. 5 years down the lane, your house will appreciate and your loan amount will go down. And there are tax benefits. There's that pride of ownership. But definitely, I encourage every listener to plan to buy a house. I have never understood why people rent for 20, 30 years, because even if you had a bad credit or you had credit issues, you get a second chance and third chance in this country to build your credit. I have had borrowers, kid you not, I have had borrowers who worked with me for almost a year, and we were able to get the credit from 580, 550, low 500s to mid 600s, and then they were able to get into an FHA loan with just 3.5% down, with 600, 620 score based on their income. So I really feel long term, the benefits of home ownership outweighs renting a home, hands down.
That's right. So like we used to say,
Remember one thing, real estate is always an appreciating asset. Whether you're renting it, whether you're an investor or a homeowner. If you're a homeowner, you are using that home every day, 24/7. At the same time, it's gaining value. It's appreciating every day. If you look at the 5, 7 years, yes, there are slowdowns, but if you look at the 5-7 years average. Houses will always appreciate. Real estate, any kind of real estate, will always appreciate.
That's right. So, like we used to say that you are always paying mortgage. Either it's yours or it's somebody else's. If
Exactly.
you are renting, you are paying someone else's mortgage. So, Sharmeen, I'd like to ask you that seeing the current market trends, what do you have to say about like owning a whole home versus renting? What do you have to say about this?
Same. I just think that millionaires are made in real estate. If you want to become millionaire next 10, 15 years, start investing now. Take baby steps. We hold your hand. We have made many millionaires in last, what, Hussein, 15 years. We have had people who had started with one home, and then they started investing in few homes, and then they started investing in multifamily homes. I myself am an investor. I started with single family homes. I've invested in fourplexes. I've invested in multifamily homes. I have raw land. I have shopping complex land. I am continuously investing. And I think this is the smartest way, because eventually everything is appreciated in next 10 to 20 years. So why not? I think renting will not, and especially most of our clients are software engineers. They pay so much taxes. There's so many write-offs that you can get from owning a home or owning your own properties. All the interest is tax. This is a CPA question, but I will just say that a lot of things are being, they can get a write-off on. So why not invest in something there that you can call it your own, and then have equity in next 4 or 5 years.
That's right. So your speech was very convincing.
Okay.
I must
I'm
say
glad, because
that.
I myself is a product of this. This is my bread and butter, but I love investing, and Hussein and myself have always felt that we have seen people become millionaires. They have bought a home, and just, I mean, if you see the 10 years trend, people who have invested in Dallas market for $250,000 home, now those homes are 650 and above. So I mean, it's only appreciated. Whereas in the stock market, your money can go to zero, but in real estate, it will never go to zero. I promise you that.
That's right. So thank you so much for this insight. I would like to add here that our chat box is open for you. You can drop your questions in the chat box and we'll discuss your questions. We received some questions earlier as well, so I'll keep including some of those questions during the session as well. And we'll have a live Q&A session at the end. So if you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the chat box. And we have our email over there, info@dreamhomemortgage.com. If there's anything that you'd like to discuss further in detail, if you'd like to book an appointment, so please feel free to message us, drop a message at info@dreamhomemortgage.com. Now, moving on to the next topic for today. So the last webinar we had was about refinancing, and refinancing was quite a buzz. So now, what do you think? Is this the right time to refinance? What do you see?
Currently, no, it's not the right time to refinance. But what the so-called experts are saying, as we are approaching elections, what has happened in the last 6 weeks we have never seen that. It's unprecedented. What suddenly, even after the rate cuts, mortgage rates started going up. They said the economy is stronger than expected. Job market is stronger, so there's no reason for further rate cuts, or Feds will delay rate cuts. But I think as we approach elections and after elections, I feel, and so-called experts are saying, in November we will start seeing rates dropping. Having said that, if anybody's listening to the show and their rates are higher than 6.5, 6.75, especially higher than 6.75, they should be ready, get all the documents together, submit the application. And the reason I'm saying that is, if the rates don't go down, yes, there will be a credit hit, but there's no money lost. We will not order your appraisal, nothing, till we feel comfortable that, hey, it's worth for you to make that move. So once the rates drop, everybody will start rushing to this, and you might miss that opportunity. So I just feel those who are on the sideline waiting for the rates to drop. Election is 10 days from now, 11 days from now, and after that, I think we will definitely start seeing in the coming weeks probably rates again dropping by 0.5% or 0.75 by mid or third week of November. So I feel anybody who's on the sideline or paying rates higher than 6.75, at least submit your paperwork and get the ball rolling, and then we can order the appraisal once the rates drop, and you can lock the rate.
So there's one thing that we have been receiving questions about as well, the differences between rate and term refinancing and cash out refinancing. So can you please elaborate on that?
So when we talk about refinancing, the whole and sole purpose is mostly 95% of the time it's to lower the rate, lower the term, or lower your payment and or lower your term. So when I have clients who want to go from 30 years to 15 years and lower their rate, so the payments might be the same, but they'll cut off 10, 15 years of their loan. I have clients who go from 30 years back to 30 years because they want to lower the payment and increase their cash flow. That's the main reason for refinancing. Sometimes it's to get someone else or someone out of the title. Divorce has happened, to drop the spouse out of the title. The cash out, there are multiple reasons for cash out. Like you said, I'll start with investors. What I have seen, how real estate make people rich. Simple example. I'll give you example of my clients and myself. I have certain clients, every 3-4 years, they'll cash out on a couple of their properties because they have appreciated. Now they have sold on 2 or 3 properties. Now they have 100,000 cash in hand. They take that money and go and buy 2 investment properties. So now with that same money, where they started with 2 properties, within 7-8 years, they have 5 or 6 properties. And this is not an example. This is actual truth that some of my clients have done, where they have put their money to work for them by getting cash out on their property. And they started with $100,000. They might have invested another 50,000, 100,000, but now they have a portfolio of 8 or 10 properties. Some of them are duplexes, fourplexes, single family home. The other reason for refinancing is, I would say 50% of the reason of people refinance is to pay off their credit card debts, pay off their student loan, because suddenly they feel that cash crunch. Kids are going to school, they have to pay for their education, their schooling, their housing. So now they have multiple expenses. Cash out, I have actually seen clients have done cash out, took out $100,000, $150,000, paid off their car, paid off their credit card, paid off their kids' schooling. And by doing that, now they have increased they have additional cash flow of probably $1,500, $2,000 a month. So cash out can be great. And then the third reason is clients cash out and then go and invest in another business, buy another business, expand their business. So there are multiple reasons for cash out. And I feel those of you who are listening to my show, especially those of you who are struggling with credit card debts, have car payments, have credit card payments, and every month you're juggling between which payment to make, which payment not to make. I sincerely believe if you are a homeowner, cash out can be a great option for you.
That's right. So moving on to Sharmeen. Sharmeen, I would like to ask you that, since you mentioned some of the perks that could be involved with refinancing, and right now might not be the right time to refinance, but we would see some rate cuts and then it would be right to refinance. So what do you think what would you suggest that what should be the right step to take now?
Absolutely. So if anybody who has, like Hussein said, higher interest rates above high sixes, they should definitely look into refinancing because the rates are going to come down. They have come down. They were almost like 7.5 and above. And we are seeing the trend that it is going to come down. And I'm going to say that a lot of people are going to be voting for Kamala or Trump, and we both know that the rates have to come down next year. So we are really excited about it. I think it's the best time. We need to get all the documents in order, make sure everything is there, and we need to submit all the application, get all the documents ready and sit on it. Because sometimes what happens is when refinance just hits, all the lenders get so busy and they don't even answer your calls. Sometimes they have enough business coming in, and then at that time they would send you documents. By the time you're collecting the documents, the rates are varying and rates change sometimes 2 or 3 times a day. So in order for you to get the best buck for your your money, you should have all the T's crossed, dots crossed, and everything should be like in order, and get everything ready. So as soon as the rates drop, Hussein and you can have a talk, and then you can just lock in your rate. That's all I can say.
Okay, that's right. Okay, so moving on to our next topic, that is first-time home buyers. So, first-time home buying can be a bit scary for a lot of people for the obvious reasons. Real estate market itself, it's
Absolutely, absolutely. That's where we are here to hold your hand. Any questions, not just while buying the home, whether you're going to be pre-qualified, where what is actually the underlying stuff that you're not aware of. We hold your hand for every single thing, and we disclose everything with you. We hold your hand. We show you the homes. We make sure that you're already pre-qualified. You get the best deals out there. We negotiate the deals for you for the properties, and even after the closing is done, I mean, Hussein would vouch for this. People have come in. I mean, we look at their taxes. If there is a escrows going up and down, we discuss about that, and we make them so comfortable. Even after that, we are always there to answer the calls. I haven't come across any time. Me and Hussein have been in this industry for almost 27 years, 25, 26 years. That's a long time. So if we can see eye to eye and have so many happy clients, there's something that we are doing right. And I tell all my clients, if this is your first home, you're going to feel as if it's my home. I'll do whatever it takes for you to have a very comfortable investment, because this is one of the biggest financial investment in your life, and you need to make sure that you have the right people next to you and you're getting the best deal out there. That's all I can say. And that's why people, I mean, I have had clients who not only I have worked with them, it's their is a generation. Like they just come and they say, okay, now my sister is buying a home, my kids are buying a home. So Hussein and Sharmeen, you just guys take over, what do you think about this? What do you think about other investment properties? We want to be investors. We want to have commercial properties. We want to have multifamilies. What are your takes on that? So they know that, and sometimes we don't even get the business, I'll be honest. And as many a times, but they come back and they say, you know what, you helped me in my first home. I'm sorry, I had to go with the builder. You were not able to do the mortgage. Real estate, yes, I still do with the builders. But as long as the mortgage is concerned, they don't come. But you know what? When they come with all heart, and they say, you know what, you were not able to do it last time, but this time it's because we know you've always been so open about, and you've been so honest about our investments and our investing projects.
That's right. So this is the clear communication, that trust in Dream Home Mortgage that
Absolutely
makes people keep coming back to you. So Hussein, I'd like to ask you that from today's market point of view, what do you think about first-time home buyers? What advantages do they have right now? What down payment they have to secure? What is the first step? And I would like to ask you about pre-approval.
About what? What was the last point, ma'am?
Pre-approval.
Okay. So first-time home buyers or home buyers, investors, there are a variety of programs that we have to offer. If you're a first-time home buyer, you have credit issues, credit as low as 580 score, you can go for an FHA loan. Conventional loan, most of the cases you need 620. BA for our veterans, 0% down. Again, thank you for your services to all the veterans out there, but you can go with 0% down. Jumbo loans, we just closed a $1.1 million loan. Just closed it. Literally, it funded on the 14th or 15th of October. Their main thing was they wanted to go with 5% down because they wanted to sell their home and then later on pay down that house. So she didn't want to touch her retirement account or any other investment. When she came to me, she said, Hussein, I know this is ambitious, but I want to go with just 5% down. She was buying a $1.1 million home, and we were able to get that done and close her on time within 3 weeks. So there is creative financing. That's where our expertise come in. Flexible credit scores, yes, like I said, we can go with as low as 580 credit score. We have some portfolio loans where it goes down to 500 credit score, but again, those are portfolio loans. VA loans, 580 credit score, again, uh, conventional loan 620 score, 680 score. Depending on your credit score, you can go with low 3% down payment. But keep in mind, your credit plays a very important role. There are ways where you can just roll in your closing cost, roll in your escrows. So you just have to come up with your down payment. And throughout the process, right from A to Z, Dream Home will hold your hand. We are proud. I really take a lot of pride when I say we are as transparent as one can be. We try to be as transparent so there is no element of surprise. Sometimes people ask me, why Dream Home? Why not some other bank? Because we make sure there are no surprises. That's what I'm really proud of when I talk about Dream Home.
That's right, sir. So moving on to Sharmeen. So, Sharmeen, we have talked about that elections are coming. We are going to witness some changes in the interest rate. As you said that you are predicting that in the coming year, the interest rates are expected to drop. So, what do you have to say about real estate from an investment point of view right now? Is this the right time to invest in real estate? Should people wait for rates to drop further down? And I want to know about international investors as well. We want to talk about foreign investors because a lot of people would like to invest in USA, and they would like to know that why USA is the right place for them and which states should they be investing in. So, what is your point of view?
I just feel that this is the right time, Nagin, to actually invest as an investor. I feel that right now builders are giving excellent deals, excellent deals. And what I do is best opportunity for you to come now because the rates are higher. There are more inventory in the market. More homes are sitting, so the sellers are antsy. They're willing to cut good deals for you. We can negotiate better pricing. Although the interest rates are high, don't get me wrong, and Hussein just mentioned, but we are thinking that the rates will drop in the future. So right now you get a good price on the house. We get a good negotiations even with the builders. Sometimes I'm able to bring in $50,000 down. Sometimes my team is able to get $35,000-$40,000 down, and that's unbelievable at this point, because last year, if you go to see, there was no cut down on the prices. There were like multiple offers going on. So this is the best time, and December is approaching. The market is going to go slow down again. I think this is a perfect time for an investor to just come in, get the best deal in the market, sit quiet, and then next year when the rates drop, that's a double whammy for you. So what happens is, like, you got the good deal, you got almost a great deal right now, and the next year you again get a lower interest rates, and it's like it's a win-win situation for an investor. As for the foreign investor, I'm doing a investment property for a person in UK. We were able to bring down his home right now with I believe it's a First Texas Homes, that they are the builders. There actually, a lot of builders don't do investment properties, but some do. So I have some great builders out there who are offering some great deals for my investors. So we are able to bring down on the prices. What we were able to do, and Hussein is doing the loan for him. So what we were able to get great deals. They didn't have to bring any tax returns. The only thing Hussein was able to get them is excellent. It's very, very competitive rates. And all they had to put, what, Hussein, 30% down or 35%?
30% down.
30% down. And they are
the
actually
they
a
don't
homeowner.
have to come back to the United States.
Yeah, and they don't even have to fly to United States. All the paperwork is done online. We do it Zoom call with them. We talk to them over the phone, and they sign the documents through the title company. They have to transfer the funds. It's all a white transaction coming from the bank to bank wiring transaction, and we are able to close these kind of deals. And it's such a safe haven right now, United States. So everybody loves it. Whoever is the investor sitting out there and they want to just
I think there is some internet issue.
I think we lost you.
Hussein,
So,
if you would like to continue on this.
yeah, so basically, when we talk about foreign investment or why United States or why foreign, or what is foreign investor? This particular example, the borrower is sitting in United Kingdom. We negotiated the deal for him. He everything is done online. Now we are closing 1 week before Thanksgiving, before Thanksgiving, and he does not even have to fly to United States, but he wants to come. That's his option. But everything could have been done by a power of attorney. Or he just has to wire the funds to the title company 5 days before closing. It's a title company, not to my account or not to someone builder's account. Title company, and so he would have two choices. He would have two choices: either to go to the notary in United Kingdom in London and sign the papers over there and then FedEx the papers, or he could have given a power of attorney to some homeowner. The one of the requirements by the lender is when you give a power of attorney, it cannot be a relative, or it has to be a relative who owns the house. That is the only requirement. So foreign investment, I think in United States, without any documentation, just having 30% down, this is one of the best programs out there. And I've seen this after a long time, after the Lehman Brothers collapse and the financial meltdown. This program was just introduced a couple of years ago.
All right. Actually, we are getting a lot of questions, and I want to include the questions as well. There was one question that was linked to the foreign investment, so I'd like to include this question here. They say, why invest in USA? Why not Dubai? And why? Well, there was a detailed case study that we received by email, and they were asking that when we are investing in USA, what can we do with the property? Can they lend it out for renting? What can they do with the property to, gain more equity from an investment point of view?
Sharmin, you want to take more?
No, go ahead, Hussein.
Okay. So first of all, it is a rental property that you are buying. Why USA? The laws and order, the check and balances. One of the strictest laws, checks and balances, especially the mortgage industry, the Frank Dodge laws. So the regulations are so tight. Means we hear about these frauds and all in third world country. Specifically, we have been asked about Dubai a lot. Dubai is still a kingdom. The king can change laws overnight. He does not have to consult with anybody. He does not have to do. So due to I still feel unpredictability of the government. If I would have a choice, investing in Dubai or investing in United States, hands down, United States win. Not because I live here or not, because just think about it. Overall, the check and balances, the transparency in United States is just unbelievable. The public record, you can access all the information online. So there is no doubt, no issues about fraud, or just in last 50 years, we have not seen any major government rules that have changed or something has just overnight changed for investors or any foreign investment. So I really feel for investors who are planning to invest in any other country, United States is a safe haven. That's my personal opinion, and I strongly believe in that. I think Sharmin wants to add something.
No, absolutely. I agree with you. What better place than United States? And then Texas, where the market, it's loud and clear. Like the Texas market doesn't just go up and it just doesn't crash down. It's so stagnant. It's so perfect. And plus, all these investors that are coming in, we are able to do rentals for them. They can actually have a passive income coming in. So it's a win-win situation for them. They park their money. They put only 30% down. They don't even have to pay cash. Whereas in Pakistan and India, they have to pay cash money. There's like a mortgage issue. They can get a mortgage. We put the property on rental. They have a nice rented property, and every month they can enjoy, the passive income. So absolutely, I would just second Hussein.
That's right. So moving on to some more questions that we have. So there's a question about refinancing. I think we have covered it, but it still goes like, don't you think the rates might drop more, or should we go for refinancing now? Hussein, would you like to answer that?
I just covered that I really believe the rates will drop. I just said that get your documentation in order, shop around, get the rates, at least compare the rates, which lender is offering you the best rates, get your documents in. Don't wait for the market to get flooded with refinancing application. I just believe be proactive, don't be reactive. And I honestly believe by November, December, we will start seeing rates below 6% again. But I feel it's by the end of December or by mid of December, we'll see in the mid fives. But that's my prediction. Let's see what happens.
All right. So moving on to the next question, and yes, there are some people asking that. Can I ask something? Yes, of course. Please go ahead. Drop your
Absolutely.
questions here. There is another question that I'd like to direct to Sharmeen. Sharmeen, the question is how I get one-on-one session. What is the process?
Oh, that's you can do a Zoom call, and we can do and it's on our website, or you can actually come in if you're in Dallas. We are here in Dallas, Texas. If it's not that, we can have a Zoom call, and we can Hussein takes call all day long from morning till the evening. I always see him scheduling calls after calls after calls. And as far as I'm concerned, I'm on the phone all the time. If you need any, consultation, if you want to meet in person, Dallas, Texas is where we are located at. And Zoom call, yes, absolutely. You can just go to Calendly and just schedule an appointment, and we will be with you.
That's right. And we have the contact.
And let me say the magic word, please. The consultation is absolutely
Absolutely
free.
free.
So we don't take your credit card, nothing. Just it's absolutely free. No strings attached. If you want to use our service, we will greatly appreciate it. But either you can do a Zoom call, you can go on our website and set up a Zoom call, or you can call us. One of you asked my cell phone number. If you call my office number, which is 972-245-LOAN, 972-245-5626, it will forward to my cell phone. So you can always call my office, or like I said, go on our online and set up a Zoom call.
That's right. So we have the contact information is in the chat box. You can reach out to us at info@dreamhomemortgage.com. You can visit our website, www.dreamhomemortgage.com, and you can visit on our website. You can schedule a 30 minutes free session through Calendly. So that is the magic word, as Sir said. So this is what Dream Home Mortgage is here for, to help you out through your way. Now, moving on to the next question. I think we have covered why invest in USA. Yes, sir, there's another question that says, should I pay off my credit cards before applying for a mortgage? So, Hussein, I'd like to direct this question to you.
It's always good that you don't pay off the car for sure. I really want to emphasize on that. A lot of people pay off their cars, not credit card. We're first talking about cars or any installment loan. What happens is when you pay off any installment, especially an automobile, that account gets closed. When that account gets closed, your available credit drops. And when your available credit drops, your scores go down. To pay off your credit card, great idea. If concern is because of high credit card debts, you have low credit score, always bring your balance below 25% on each card, not total available balance, but on each individual card. I'll give you a quick example. Let's say one of the credit cards, your available balance or your balance account balance is 10,000. Your credit limit is the right word. Credit limit is 10,000. And if you're using $2,500 or lower, that will definitely help you. But let's say collectively, your credit limit is 10,000. And on one card, you're using 2,500, but you have 3 or 4 multiple cards. It will drop your score because that card you're using more than 50%. The other thing, what I have got a recent feedback from some of my borrowers is from 3 or 4 different clients of mine. What they have told me, when they started paying twice a month towards the credit card, that same credit card, they would, instead of making one payment, if they made payment twice a month, they saw a significant jump in their credit score. I have not seen that, but this is, I would love to, I'm just sharing with all my listeners that, hey, it does not hurt to try. But the specific question, is it good to pay off your credit card before applying for a loan? Always great, but don't close your credit card. Don't apply for any credit card. Don't close any credit card. Very, very important.
All right. So let's quickly include a few more questions. Uh, there is a question about that. What if the rate drops? There were two questions about this. Then what if the rate drops after they have locked in the rate? So what is the process with that? What can they do?
Okay, so we have few investors who will allow you to renegotiate your rate one time. We call it float down option, but they don't like us to use float down for legal reasons. I don't know why. So we say renegotiate the rates. So you do once you lock it, there are few lenders who offer you a renegotiation option, but you have to qualify for it. It's a free, it's almost a free option. Sometimes if you have to buy down certain points. But yes, one time option, you have to lower your rates if the rates drop after you have locked the loan.
All right. So there's another question that says, okay, and first of all, for Tanya, what is your cell number? And she's asking that can the free session be 1 hour?
The session can be 1 hour. Yes, of course. Means,
Because you
like I
mentioned
said,
that it's a 30-minute free session.
Beg your pardon?
Because we mentioned that the free session is for like 30 minutes. So she's asking that if it could be for 1 hour.
No, always means there's no time limit on my consultation. I've had clients, they've sat in my office for a couple of hours. We have gone through their tax returns. We have dissected the whole tax returns, credit report. I'm not kidding. So no, to be on a serious note, the consultation has no time limit. I hope it should not go more than 1 hour, but sometimes it does. But there's no time limit on the consultation.
All right. So there's one question about the minimum credit score. I think you have covered it while we were talking about the first-time home buyers. That there is a different criteria for different kinds of loans, and the detailed information is also available on our website. And then we have a question about the taxes in where was it? I think it's about the foreign investors, that if they are going to invest in USA and if they choose Texas. So what do you have to say about the taxes? I'm trying to find the question. I'm sorry.
Yeah, what are the taxes in Texas? So, and that's what their question is.
So basically, average tax,
Dallas, yes.
average tax, you have to calculate between 2% and 2.5%. In some cities in Houston, it is as high as 3%. So to do your calculation, it's always better to take a 2.5% of the property value. So if it's a $200,000, your annual taxes will be 2.5%, which is $5,000 on a $200,000 home. On a $500,000 home, it will be around $12,500 per year. For a foreign investor, you need at least minimum of 30% down. Yeah. If you're a foreign investor, you need 30% down.
This was the question here, that how much down payment for foreign investors. So I think we have covered most of the questions. And if there is anything left, if you'd like a detailed consultation, whether it's 30 minutes or 1 hour, you can always reach out at Info@Dream Home Mortgage, and you can book a session via Calendly through our website, www.dreamhomemortgage.com. And thank you so much for joining us tonight. We really appreciate your time. And we hope that you learned something and you're thinking about investing or buying. So I want the final words. And again, ladies first. So Sharmeen, I want your final words now.
Thank you, everyone, for taking out time and being with us. And I hope we were knowledgeable. We gave enough information for you. We are always here, just a phone call away, an email away. You can set up an appointment on Calendly, and we are here for you for that as well. So whatever questions that you have regarding the investments, mortgage related questions, real estate, foreign investment questions, we are here to help you. We have had thousands of clients in these years, and Hussein and I pride ourselves, and we have got many happy homeowners in this time frame. We have made family friends, we have made friends, their relationship, business relationship, everything. And so this is our bread and butter. We sleep, breathe real estate and mortgage. So call us if you have any questions, and we are always available to get you the best answers.
Thank you so much, Sharmeen. Thank you for joining us. And Hussein, I want your final words.
Thank you for the kind comments. I really appreciate that. Again, from the bottom of our hearts, we really thank all of you for taking this time. This, if you guys are not there, this webinar doesn't mean anything to us. So we appreciate that you all take the time, join the webinar, take some and then at the end you'll appreciate it. But again, if you all have any questions, if we missed anything, you can always shoot me an email, info@dreamhomemortgage.com. You can call me 972-245-5626. Have any questions. You don't give up hope on home ownership. I promise you, if you had bad credit, whatever, we are there to help you. Once again, guys, thank you for joining us. Have a great evening. Now again, go to your beautiful wife, beautiful family, and enjoy your evening. Thank you, Nagin, for hosting the show. As always, you are fabulous.
Thank you. Coming back to the chat box, thank you so much, everyone, for joining us. And in the chat box, if there's any question left, please feel free to contact us, info@dreamhomemortgage.com. And about the foreign investment, there is a question from Araceli. I hope I'm pronouncing it right. They are asking again, do we have to travel? I would just say that before you travel, you have to just give them a call and they'll tell you each and everything you need to know about investment. And I am sure you'll be sorted. So thank you so much, everyone, for joining us. I hope you had a great time. Thank you so much. Good night.